Hey everyone, time for another morning coffee. Today we're going to talk about making steps towards your goals on a daily basis. In life, it's important to realize that the biggest things that we do and where we're headed are so large that you're not going to make it there in one day. You're not going to make it there in a week. You're not going to make it there in a month. And quite often, you're not going to make it there in a year. And I think it's very, very easy to get overwhelmed when you have these large goals or you have these visions. You don't know where to start. You don't know how to make your progress. And a lot of people just get bogged down by that, or they get bogged down by the planning, right? And where you want to head with this is just make a very small step every day. Every day, find what you can do and do it. If you have a large goal, it's important that the small steps you're taking are heading towards that large goal, but it doesn't have to be a very constructed path. What you can do is you can take your very large goal, for instance, me starting a bullet company, right? A manufacturing business. And I can say that, well, in order to get a manufacturing business going, I need to have a validated product that shoots well. And that's one of the many things that I need to do on top of all the other items to get this company started. So my large goal is to start a business. One of my smaller goals and one of my first goals is to get a validated product to make sure that I'm starting a business that's worthwhile, that's giving people product that they're going to want to buy. You take that medium-sized goal that's heading towards your large goal and you say, all right, well, where am I on the path of getting this thing going, right? Where am I on the path of getting a validated product? And that's when you can either list it out, you can map it if you want, you can do mind mapping. There's a lot of different ways you can map what you need to do. Or if you are finding that, today is just a day you need to get stuff done and you haven't had any time to plan, just choose something. But it's important that every day you do something. It's just like life in general. If you think back to when you were in grammar school, right? Elementary, middle school, high school. If you had looked at yourself, picture yourself having a mature mind in kindergarten and looking ahead at the next 12 years of education, or 13 if you include kindergarten. That would seem like this impossible feat, right? But we all did it. One day at a time, we all went through every single grade, and we all got to the point where we're all out of school. And it's important to realize that you do that just by making progress every day. Now, in school, it was easy because it was guided. Now it's not easy because it's not guided. And you've got to guide yourself. And that's why I say on those days where you're struggling and you haven't had time to map anything out, or you don't know where you're going or what you need to do for the day, just think about your large goals. Pick something that's going to work towards it, even if it's something that maybe you didn't need to do for a few months and there were other things that you should have done today. As long as you've done something, you're making progress. And if you continue to do that every single day of every single week, every single month, and every single year, eventually you're going to get to where you're going. And it's just going back to putting in the time that we talked about, right? You got to put in your time and you just got to go and do it. The last thing I'm going to add to this is what is legitimate progress towards your goals, right? I think you see a lot of people, and I think it's a very easy thing to do, to think that you've talked about something and that's progress. Now, in some cases, talking about things is progress, right? When you've got to talk to people and make deals and make plans, talking to people is progress. But don't ever get to the point where you're talking on a daily basis of what you're going to do and what you want to do, and you get comfortable because you feel like you're making this progress because you're talking about it, but you haven't actually taken a step. So it's important you look back, you think about what you've done every day or over the last week, and make sure that you're not just giving yourself some lip service, but you're making legitimate steps towards your goals. As usual, I'll try and find some good articles for you guys to read. I'll put it on the website. And if you've got any comments, questions, you want to start a conversation, please go to our website, leave a comment on the video, and I can talk to you from there. You can also shoot me an email if you'd like help. I'm always open to help anyone with their goals. All right, guys, thank you and have a good day.